Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new to my channel, I'm Jennifer20 and welcome guys. I'm happy to be recording again, guys. I'm happy to be recording again. I know it's been a while since I recorded. The last video that I recorded was me doing my gender reveal, and I haven't talked to you guys ever since. Like, I haven't updated you guys on how everything's going, so I'm here to do that today. And honestly guys, it feels kind of weird to be recording again. I'm like 20 pounds heavier now. A lot of you guys requested to see my baby bump, so I'm gonna show you guys how much my stomach has grown already, how much I've grown. Let me see, I'll put the camera down. This is how I am right now, and pow. So this is how my stomach is. This is how my stomach is. And you guys won't believe how many months I am now. I'm about to be 7 months pregnant already. It's crazy. Time is flying. So this is how my stomach is, guys. My boobs are in the way. So this is how my stomach is, guys. So this is how my stomach looks. I'm 6 months and 3 weeks already. So about to be 7 months pregnant. This is how my stomach is. I feel like I don't know, I feel it a little different than my other pregnancy. I don't know in what way yet, but my sister told me, Stephanie told me that usually when I'm pregnant from boys, I usually like get like wide from here too, like kind of like more wide, but this time it's like my stomach is just like, I don't know. This is my baby bump. So I already showed you guys my baby bump because you guys were wondering how big my stomach is already. Also on Instagram, I had asked you guys to ask me some questions because I haven't been giving you guys any updates on my pregnancy or how everything is going ever since my gender reveal. I haven't been posting anything at all. So I'm going to answer some of you guys' questions that you guys had for me, and I'm going to talk to you guys about something that was going on and the reason why I haven't been recording. So, not me running out of breath already. You guys asked me if I had any baby girl names yet, and I don't have any baby girl names because I'm just like hesitating. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard because this is my first daughter, and like we're so fucking excited. We're so excited that like there's so many names, and I want to pick a unique name. I want to pick a name that has a meaning to it. So it's kind of hard for me, and I'm like, I need to hurry up because like I don't have a lot of time left. I have a few, but still haven't decided. I have the baby's middle. You guys also asked me if I had the baby's middle name yet, and we do have the middle name, but it's gonna be a surprise, guys. I'm not gonna tell you guys until we confirm it, but I think it's gonna be for sure her middle name. Do you feel any different with this pregnancy? I do feel a little bit different with this pregnancy, just on the fact that I'm craving more of the sweet stuff. I think with the boys, if I'm not mistaken, I think with the boys I crave more of like spicy food, but with this baby I'm craving more like sweets, like just sweets overall. Somebody asked if I get nauseous. I don't get nauseous. I only got nauseous like in the beginning, but I also, every time that I brush my teeth, but I feel like this has been with every pregnancy of mine, every time that I brush my teeth, I feel like I just gag. Like the whole time I'm fucking brushing my teeth, I just gag. So but I also had that with Bentley, so I feel like that's just like my pregnancy overall, and I can't stand it. But I don't feel nauseous other than that at all. Like, it's crazy at all. I feel like this has been, thank God, this has been like a good pregnancy in that sense. How many hours am I sleeping? I don't take naps. That's another thing that's crazy. Like with my boys, I used to always want to take a nap. Like I had to, because I'm still working. So every time that I would come from work, or it just overall, like I had to take a nap. Like it was a must take a nap. Even with Bentley, like I always had to take a nap, and with this baby for some reason, I know, and I've heard that people feel the opposite from like from what I'm feeling when I need to take a nap. I feel like they say that the boys give you more energy than the girl. The girl makes you feel more lazy and you just want to take a nap. It's just crazy how I feel like I feel literally like I have energy. Like the only thing that I hate is like going out or stuff like that, because like I just hate that I don't know what to wear. I'm not a person that likes to buy pregnancy clothes or just like clothes overall, because I don't know. I'm just weird like that. Like I don't want to buy bigger size clothes because when I give birth, I don't want to get used to wearing that clothes, you get me? And I don't want to buy pregnancy clothes because a lot of the pregnancy clothes I don't like. So I'm kind of like suffering with what I have. So every time that I go out, I'm always struggling to what to fucking wear. Like I just want to wear a sweater and sweatpants. That's literally it. But anyways, yes, so I just sleep my regular hours. Now it's kind of getting sometimes it gets hard to sleep at night, but it's not like something that is really bad yet. But I have my pregnancy pillow, and that shit helps. Brian hates it, but I love it. And Brian hates it because we used to sleep together, and now that I have the fucking pillow, it's like the pillow's in between us, and I just want to hug the pillow. And he hates it because he feels like he's not sleeping next to me, but he has to deal with it. He wanted a baby, he has to deal with it. Are you having any more babies after this one? I don't think so. I feel like I've been having too much problems with, like, not too much problems because it could be worse, but I feel like I've been having complications with my pregnancy, like my last one with Bentley, and then with this one I had a little bit of complications, and I feel like I don't want to be going through that. It's scary going through things and not knowing if like the pregnancy is gonna go good or not. So it's just like too much. So I don't feel like I want to have another baby, but then at the same time I don't know. I want to get my body done after I have this baby. I want to get a tummy tuck, and I want to get some ass. So I don't know if I want to have babies after, you know, like I feel like 3 is enough, but then I feel like 4 is an even number. But you know, it's just like all in your mind. But I don't know if I want to have babies, but for now I feel like I don't want to have babies. And I already talked to Brian about this too, because like it's just too much. You know, it's too much for it's too much for a mother to go through things. Like it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. Will we get a labor and delivery? My plans are to record everything, guys. My plans are to record everything, but you know, things happen. So but I'm gonna make sure that my last days I have the camera fully charged. I have all the batteries, because I want to take you guys along. This will be the first time that I record, obviously, because like I haven't been doing YouTube for that long, but this is gonna be the first time I'm recording something like this. So I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time, because I don't know how I'm gonna be. But my plans are to record both the labor and delivery for you guys. So stay tuned for that video. If I didn't record a lot of videos for you guys, like I owe it to you guys. I'm just telling. How's the pregnancy so far? Would it be natural or C-section labor? So I'm trying to. I had Andrew. I had Andrew. That was like I was 15 when I had Andrew. And Andrew was a normal delivery. Jay was a C-section, but that was like 9 years ago. So I have talked to my my doctor, and my doctor said that if I want to have a normal delivery, we could aim for the normal delivery. Like there's a possibility I could have the baby normal. So that's what I'm trying to aim for. So you guys asked me what is something that I'm enjoying about this pregnancy. I feel like something that I'm enjoying about this pregnancy is feeling the baby kick. Like I haven't felt the baby move as much as she's moving. Like, you know, I felt my baby belly a couple times, but it wasn't as much because I was kind of barely starting to feel him move. But with this baby, I could feel her move like all the time. Like she's moving. She's like an active baby. So it's just like I enjoy watching her move. Like it just brings happiness to me. And just watching how every week, like we're getting on the safe side, because I also have that in back of my mind sometimes. Even if I want to avoid it, I try to avoid thinking about it like that. But sometimes, you know, it's just like the human body, the human mind just thinks about it. So I'm happier as we're getting closer to my date. So I'm 27 weeks. I'll be 28 weeks next week, which means I'll be 7 months next week, and then I have 2 months to go. Like, I'm excited but scared at the same time. How did you overcome the negative thoughts about a miscarriage? I had that thought in back of my mind, like, you know, more towards like the beginning and some little after the pregnancy, and I'll explain to you guys in a little bit why. But I feel like, you know, sometimes you have no control of it. Like, you really don't have any control of like what's meant to happen, and only God knows why, you know. So I tried to avoid thinking the way, like, you know, thinking about losing another baby. I try to avoid that, because all you're putting is like negative thoughts in your mind, and you're not enjoying the pregnancy. I feel like even if God didn't allow this pregnancy to continue, I feel like I didn't want to go through the I didn't want to go through like I didn't want to go through the process knowing that I wasn't enjoying my pregnancy. I feel like every day that passes by, I thank God for another day of having my baby in my stomach. And just like the beautifulness that it is to be a mother that's pregnant, you know, because not a lot of people could even experience that. The experience, like the kicks, or like your stomach growing a little bit, or just like knowing that you have a baby inside your stomach, you know. So I feel like it's not good to like always think negative like through your whole pregnancy, because you just never know. And if like and if you do make it through the pregnancy full term, like, you don't want to have that in back of your mind that this whole pregnancy you could have been happier and you could have enjoyed the baby more. So it's just like, I just feel like in my mind, I feel like how I feel is that you just have to enjoy every second of it, like every second of your pregnancy. And if things are not meant to be, they're not meant to be. And if they are, well, thank God. Do you have stretch marks? Yes, I have stretch marks. I have stretch marks. I'll show you guys. I've never done this, but I'll show you guys. I have stretch marks from my my previous pregnancies, from Jaden and Andrew. With Andrew, he was the one that marked me completely. Andrew was the one that marked me completely, because he was my firstborn. And I used to fucking scratch a lot. Like, I will get the fucking brush and I will scratch my. But yeah, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky I'm even showing you guys, because I'm really shy to show like my stretch marks. But you know what, fuck it, thug life. I'm not the only one. Last question I'm gonna answer, because I want to get into what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Somebody asked me how many months I have left. So I have 2 months left, like 2 months and a week left. Almost there, guys, almost there. And I thank God for every single day that passes by that I'm carrying this baby. Like, it's a blessing. I am blessed to have to be able to have another baby in my stomach. But yeah, guys, so the reason why I wanted to record this video is because I wanted to explain to you guys what's been going on. For those that follow me on Instagram, I had posted that I was in a hospital, and then I never like told you guys anything about it, like, well, what had happened and everything, because I wasn't ready to talk about it. But I feel like now I'm more on the safe side. A lot of you guys don't know that this even exists, because I didn't know until, like, you know, sometimes you have to go through things to know, to learn. So I didn't even know that this even existed. So I'm like, you know what, I want to make this video because I want to be able to help you guys. If you guys haven't heard of this, or if you guys are going through a high-risk pregnancy, like, these are some options that you have. So yeah, so my doctor, after, like, you know, the pregnancy, my doctor had recommended me to go see a specialist, and so they could like keep a closer eye on my pregnancy, since I had a miscarriage like the pregnancy before that. So he recommended me to this specialist, and I was going to see the specialist. I think I saw him like I went in for how I started. I went in for 3 ultrasounds, without seeing the doctor. They told me they were just gonna do ultrasounds, and it kind of worried me, like every time that I was going to go get these ultrasounds done, because it was like every 2 weeks. But the lady that was doing the ultrasound, she would tell me, like, you know, if they don't call you, it's because everything's going fine. So, you know, if anything comes up, then doctor will call you to come in sooner or whatever. So I was like, okay, you know, so it wasn't too bad. So I got 3 ultrasounds, and then the 4th ultrasound, I had to see the doctor. And that's the day that I was gonna meet up with the doctor, and we were gonna see, like, you know, how the pregnancy is going and everything, because they're doing an ultrasound to like check the cervix to make sure that everything was fine, and also like check the baby, which I was able to see the baby every time that I went to the ultrasounds. That's something that I enjoyed, because I was seeing how the baby was growing, you know. But yeah, they were doing a vaginal ultrasound every time. And then so the day that I saw the doctor, he explained to me that everything from the start to like the last ultrasound, everything was going fine. But the last ultrasound, which that was the same day that I saw him, he said that my cervix was opening a little bit, and I had a chance that I was gonna have a miscarriage again. So when he told me that, it kind of, like, you know, like made me feel like I was gonna lose my baby. It made me, I had like a bunch of mixed emotions, you know, because you don't just never want to hear that. So he told me that there was 2 options that I had. I could either take progesterone, which is like something, I guess, like to, like, I don't know if it's thicken the cervix, or what is it exactly, but it's supposed to help with the pregnancy. But that was one of my options. So take the progesterone. It's like a pill that you insert on your private area, and at nighttime, and like it helps you, it helps your cervix. So that the chances of that progesterone helping, he said it was like a 30% chance that the baby would hold with that. And he said that the hold with that medication. And my second option was to get a cervical cerclage. And I've never in my life heard of that. Like, I've never ever heard of that. I was like, you know, what is that? And he explained to me, and he said that it's like a little procedure that they have to do. They go like they do, like they're doing a pap, and they go in there, and then they tie the cervix so that way the baby holds. Let me show you guys so you guys could see. They go in there and they tie the cervix, and so the baby could hold. He said that the chances of that working is like 80 to 90%. So when he told me that, I was like in shock. I was like, damn, I don't want to get a surgery. Like, what about if something goes wrong? He said that the only thing that's more painful about that surgery is getting the epidural, because you have to get an epidural for you to get that procedure done. And I was like, damn, I don't want to get that, you know. Like, it was just like a lot was going through my mind. So he said that that's the only thing that could be that would have been like the worst part of like getting that surgery. And the surgery itself lasts like 5 minutes, like no less than 5 minutes. So how I looked at Brian, and Brian was in shock, because, like, you know, he was scared, and I was scared, but like we had to make a choice, you know. I was like, I don't know what to do. I know that getting the surgery like done, obviously it's more than the medication. So at that moment, I think I had told him, like, can we wait another week before I make up my mind? He's like, yeah, in the meantime I could put you on the medication. But he said in the meantime I could put you on the medication, and then like next week we could see if it's opening more, or, you know, or is it like, or the medication is helping. So at that moment I was just like in shock. I was like, damn, I don't, like, you know, I wasn't expecting this. So I wasn't expecting this at all. So yeah, we were just like quiet, and I was thinking. And then he told me, he's like, honestly, in my opinion, getting the surgery is the best thing that you could do. And then I was like, you know, like, when he told me that, I was like, maybe it is the right thing to do. So I told him, you know what, let's do it. Like, I'm down to do the surgery if it's gonna help the baby more. So this is, I'm not sure if you guys could see. So this is what, sorry, I don't, my nail broke. So this is how the cervix, like, so this is how the cervix was like had opened like a little bit. So you see, this is what was happening, and then this is what they did. They tied the cervix like that. So this is how it is, and this is what they do. So, you know, I told them, like, you know, okay, if you feel like that's the safest thing to do, let's do it. Even though I was like scared in the meantime, like, you know, I had to go through my insurance, make sure I get approved for it, for the procedure itself. So he told me that he had to submit to my insurance and see, like, I guess, like, you know, when we could get that done. So so in that meantime, I was taking the progesterone. I think it was only like 4 days, because I went on Monday and he said, well, but we should do this, they should be getting back to us in this week. If they don't get back to us, you know, then we could figure something else out. So basically, he gave me the medication for the progesterone. I was doing that every night, and in that meantime that I was, and that time that I was waiting to get the procedure done, it was like the scariest, honestly, it was the scariest time of my life, because like a lot of stuff was going through my head. I'm like, what about if I don't make it in time for this procedure? What about if it's too late? We caught it too late. Like, just a lot of things were going through my mind. Like, and what's crazy is that at that moment that I got the that I was gonna get the procedure done, at that moment when they found out, I was almost 20 weeks. At 20 weeks is when I lost my baby Bentley. So it was just like a lot of things were running through my head. I'm like, no, not this baby. So at that time that I was waiting, I think it was that same day, the doctor had texted me. He texted me and he said, hey Jenny, this is your doctor, and then he said the name. He's like, here's my number. If you have any questions, you could text me at any time, you know, like yeah, just like to, I guess, to make me feel better, because like he saw how my face turned, like after he told me that my cervix was opening and I had a high chance of having another miscarriage. So he's actually a good doctor. He made me feel like everything was gonna be fine, and I will be like, there will be days, like I think it was like a day after, or that same day, I had texted him and I was like, hey, how bad did my cervix look, you know, like, you think the baby will be able to hold? And he's like, you know, I've seen worse, so we have hope that, you know, that everything's gonna be fine, and like, it just you know, calming me down, which made me feel a lot better. So Thursday, in the afternoon, I had a little bit of cramping. I don't know if it was like mentally or it was really like I had cramping, but I did feel a little bit of cramping, and I was kind of scared. Like, I was like, is my cervix opening more, you know? So I texted them and I was like, hey, have you heard anything back? Do you think I should maybe just go to another hospital and ask for that surgery done, to get that surgery done, or like, you know, what are your thoughts? So he texted me back, and then he told me to wait until Friday. It was in the morning, I think I texted him, or Wednesday, I'm not sure what day was it, but he told me to wait one more day, and if by then we don't hear anything, then we could go with plan B, which is me going to another hospital and getting that procedure done. So I was like, okay, you know. So I waited. That day I rested all day. Like, I didn't even want to get up the bed, because it's like I was scared. And I went to go drop off the kids to school the next day in the morning, and I was laying down in the bed. As soon as like I went to go drop them off, I was laying down on the bed, and then I remember falling asleep. But I remember laying down in bed, and I was scared, and I was laying down in bed, and I was praying. I was praying, and then I was asking God to please put it in the people that are working with, like, my to put it on their heart, you know, to call me, and like to move things around for me to get the surgery done. So in the process of me, like, asking God for that, asking God to help me, and like, you know, put it in these people's hearts, I ended up knocking out. And I knocked out, and tell me why. when I woke up after my nap, it was probably like 10 minutes later. 10 minutes later after I woke up from my nap, they called me and they said, we schedule you for this day for your we schedule you for the following day for your procedure. Please be here at this time. And then like I was like, oh my god, like God heard me, you know, like it just felt so good. It felt so good, and I felt relief, and I was like, thank you God, you know, because like I was asking God with for this, and like, you know, I got it. And when you ask for stuff, you have to really ask for these things with your heart, you know. So yeah, so then the next day I went in and I got the procedure done. They told me that from 12 at night till they do the procedure, I couldn't drink or eat anything like at all. So if I had to have a meal, I had to have it like before like 10, or yeah, around there, like before 10, before 12. So I had my last meal like at 9, and we went to the hospital, and like they had like so much things going on, a lot of deliveries in that hospital, that they pushed I had to be there at 9. At 11 I was gonna get the surgery, and I didn't end up getting the surgery till like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And yeah, we were just there waiting. It was Brian and I. We were waiting there, and then when they did the procedure, like I was when they took me to go into the surgery, like they literally take you, like if they're gonna do like a C-section or any kind of surgery. Brian wasn't allowed to be in the room with me. It was just the doctor and like all the nurses that were there. So they did that. They put the epidural on my back, and they numbed me waist down. Like I was still able to not see, but I will still be able to hear everything that was going on. And the epidural was the worst thing, prior to the whole procedure and everything. The epidural was what hurt me the most, because obviously they numb you, and then you're numb from waist down, from the stomach, half of my stomach down. They didn't even numb me like completely from my stomach. So I was still able to feel the baby. Like I will still be able to feel the baby, and it was just crazy to me how that works. But the procedure wasn't even long. The procedure was literally like 5 minutes. Like what when they did the epidural, they numbed me, and they just waited for my legs to like completely for me not to completely feel the half of my body. And then they lay me down, and they did the surgery, and they literally do how the doctor explained to me. They open your legs like if they're doing a pap smear. They open your legs like if they're doing a pap smear, but obviously he's like going in there inside my cervix. So he didn't take more than 5 minutes. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything after that. So the only thing that I hated that I couldn't feel was my legs. Like that's like the worst thing. I feel like because the baby's like moving inside, and they didn't know me like completely from my stomach. They was just like a little bit from my waist down, and like I was able to feel the baby. So it was just like crazy. Like it was just a crazy experience. But I'm glad I did it, honestly, because I feel like that has been helpful. That procedure has helped me with the baby. I was gonna say something like right away after I got the surgery done, but I was like, I can't say anything because like I can't say anything yet, because like I have to see how this works, because it was the first time that I got this procedure done, and I didn't want to tell you, I didn't want to say anything just yet, because I wanted to see like if it was gonna work or not before I started saying, you know, like it works. But honestly, to me, I feel like it's worth giving that shot if that ever comes, like, you know, if you have that option. I will take it, because like I feel like that helped me a lot. I got that procedure done when I was 20 weeks, and I'm 27 weeks now, so it's been like a month, almost a month, 4, 5, 4. It's been a month and 3 weeks that I've got since I got in that procedure. So I'm 27 weeks now, you know, so we're getting closer to like being on the safe side. I lost Bentley when I was 20 weeks. Obviously his lungs and everything, his whole body was still tiny, and like as weeks passed, the doctor's like, you know, we're getting more on the safe side. So like he said, every week that passes, you're getting more on the safe side. So thank God I'm still here, and I felt like it was so worth it. Like it was worth it. It was scary, because like if you never gotten that procedure done, it's like a lot of things go through your mind. But honestly, I feel like it was worth it. After the surgery, they kept me in they took me back to the room, and they were just they wanted for the numbing to go away and everything. They were just waiting for that. So it took, I was in the hospital for like 2 hours, 2 hours after the surgery, and that same day I was able to go home. So it wasn't bad, it wasn't too bad, you know. I was able to go home that same day. And then that day I rested. It was that night I rested, and then 3 days, like 3-4 days after, I was just in bed. It was like a Thursday. The Thursday I got the surgery, and I rested till like Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday. I rested till Monday or Tuesday. And yeah, it wasn't even like a bad like you don't even feel anything. That's the crazy thing. The only thing that I felt more than the surgery itself, it was my back was hurting, but it was because of the epidural. The more of the pain that I had was because of the epidural, but obviously I had to take it slow because you know, they did a surgery on me or whatever. They did a surgery, but like the procedure itself, everything was just fast. The recovery was like 3-4 days, but everything's good. Like, just like everything's back to normal. I thank God for being able to get this procedure on time, and everything seems to be going good. Thank God. They told me that I could get the surgery, the cervical cerclage. I think it's not, they don't stitch you. I think it's just like a tying. I'm not sure if it's like a suture. I think it's tying. I don't think it's stitching. So so they told the doctor, because I'm still seeing the doctor now after they did the surgery. I'm seeing him every like month now, because like, you know, they're he just wants to keep an eye on it still. So, and everything. I went not that long ago. I think I have an appointment in a couple more weeks. I went not that long ago, and the cerclage thing is still tied, you know. So I thank God for that. So he told me that they take that out at 37 weeks when I'm already like closer to giving birth. They'll take that out. He said that it's like a pap smear again, like, you know. He said that I don't have to go to the hospital for it. I just go to the doctor, and they just like rip it off. He told me I just go to the doctor and they rip it off. They won't have to numb me for that, which is good, because I don't want to get numb for it. Especially if, like, I'm not sure, honestly, if I'm gonna get that epidural when I give birth, because I'm kind of scared and I'm not really with pain. So so I don't know if I want to get that epidural, but thank God they don't have to put that epidural again for me to get that's the cerclage removed, because I wouldn't know what to do at that point. Because I wouldn't want to get too many epidurals, you know, like back to back. So yeah, so he told me that they should be removing it when I'm 37 weeks, and that's gonna be like in the beginning of January. So I think it's the beginning of January. Thank God everything's going good. Baby's growing. I think the baby's 2 pounds now. I don't know, like I think about it, like could I have gotten that with Bentley, you know, if they would have a closer eye, like a closer look on like what was going on. But like, you know, you can't go back in time, and you know, things happen for a reason. But now that I'm aware of it, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think since my pregnancies, how this is the second one that could have been like a miscarriage, I think every time that I get pregnant now, I think I have to get that cerclage there. I'm not sure. I feel like I do, because what happened with Bentley, and then this pregnancy I had to get it done. I'm not sure, but I know that there's people that said that they have to get it every pregnancy, which, like, you know, it's not bad, like if you really want to have another baby. But that's the reason why I don't know if I want to have another baby after this one, because like it's just like, you know, like it's just going through a lot, and it's just too much. And like sometimes, like, you know, I don't know, I just feel like it's too much. But yeah, guys, so this is what I wanted to share with you guys. And so thank God everything's going good. Baby's growing, I'm growing. I haven't bought baby clothes yet. Like, I haven't bought baby clothes at all. Like, it's just like something that is like, I feel like I'm like a new mom to this. I'm like texting my sister, I'm like, bro, like, where do I get, like, I don't know where to get this, where to get that. She's like, bitch, you just fucking go to fucking Target or Walmart and you get that shit. But like, it's just like, I'm the person that overthinks, and from overthinking, I don't fucking get shit done. So I need to get to it, because like, I haven't bought the baby clothes. I mean, I know that I could do that in a couple days, but knowing how my pregnancy is going, I need to get to it now, because imagine the baby comes sooner than I think, and like, I'm not prepared for it, and I don't want that to happen. So I need to start really planning this, because I'm like getting the baby stuff and everything. I need to get her drawer, and have like, the first thing I want to focus on is getting her drawer, and then after that I worry about getting her clothes, because I think her clothes is probably easy to get, but I just don't want to wait till last minute, because I'm already like, I'm almost 7 months and I haven't got like nothing yet. So so I want to start getting the baby stuff, and then yeah guys, this is exciting. Next week I'm gonna be recording a video for Halloween. I want Brian to draw like a pumpkin, I want Brian to draw a pumpkin on my stomach. Well, just wait for the next video. I'll be recording the next video soon. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I didn't answer some of you guys' questions, comment them down below, and in the next video I'll get to more of your guys' questions. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for being patient with me, and thank you for all your blessings and all your messages that you guys send me. Like, I love you guys to death. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.